So, why do I love doing carrier screening well before you're even thinking of getting pregnant? It's because all of this testing takes time. So, imagine this, right? You get your testing done. It takes about 2 weeks or so to get the results. You find out that you're a carrier for a condition. Okay, now, next step, you're testing your reproductive partner. Takes another 2 weeks to get their results. And, in the off chance that both of you are a carrier for the same condition, you stop and you think, you have time to think about what do I want to do with that information, right? And when you find out in advance, so many more options are available to you to better understand whether or not a child could be affected with that. So, one thing you could do if you say, I want to know if my child could be affected before I even get pregnant, one option is undergoing IVF where you can retrieve eggs, combine it with sperm, create an embryo. And around day 5 of the embryo, a small biopsy is taken. And that biopsy is sent off to the genetic testing lab, which looks specifically for the two variants or genetic changes that each of both partners carry. And the goal of this is to say, if an embryo is affected with that condition, you wouldn't transfer it, and you'd only transfer the embryos that are unaffected. And so that's one route. The other option, you could say, look, IVF is not for me, but I do want to know in advance. And so once you are pregnant, there is diagnostic testing or testing that can be done in early pregnancy where you can look again at genetic material surrounding the pregnancy, either via a CVS procedure or an amniocentesis procedure. And I'll talk more about that in another video, but there's testing that can be done in pregnancy, again, that looks at the genetic material from the baby, and you can see exactly if those two specific variants have been passed down. And then at that point, you're left with making a decision on what you do with that information.